Welcome to Black Sheep Tarot, and if you're a black sheep, welcome to Black Sheep Tarot, and you have found a home away from home. So anyways, we do things here differently, as you can tell by the name. Here we talk about Carl Jung and his 12 archetypes. Everyone on this planet shares one or two of these archetypes. Archetypes like the hero, the rebel, perhaps, or the jester, the funny guy, the class clown, or maybe the innocent. What we also talk about here is 7 deadly sins. We all deal with it, whether it's we're angry, right? We all have gotten angry from time to time. We've all been gluttonous with alcohol or food or sleeping with the opposite sex. Maybe too much pride sometimes, right? And sometimes we can be lazy and envious. Those are just some of the 7 deadly sins. And today I have a story here where from left to right, you have the Emperor. The next card is the Magician. And then the 4 of Wands. And then at the very end is the 8 of Swords. And that's basically, like this. All right. That very last card is like this. All right. This very last card right over here. All right. Just so you understand. Okay. So it's like it's keeping somebody bound. So I'm taking it as these are 2 different people. And I have some cards that I pulled underneath that will go further into what I'm talking about. But, it's always a good idea to identify the values you want to be the norm in your workplace or relationship. All right? Because you have to be very careful of who you let into your life, okay? Because, not many people have your best at all times, all right? So some of the things that we'll touch on here is characteristics of an overindulgent adult, including self-centeredness, avoiding, enabling their behavior, set clear expectations, and hold everyone accountable. Because most of us fail at holding people accountable or standing up for ourselves. Maybe you're the type of person that struggles with saying no. Or maybe you know someone who fits that description. A lot of people out there seek validation. Women and men do, we both do. Or maybe you over-apologize. Have you ever worked with a coworker who procrastinates, right? Well, I'll just let these strong people do the work. So this person didn't follow through with the assignments and then blamed others for the work not getting done. Know anyone like that in your family? Never said thank you when someone did something nice for them, or I'm sorry when they screwed up and got something wrong. Invades other people's boundaries, wasn't a team player, and only looked out for themselves. Okay, because we have the Emperor here, and his archetype is the Explorer. The Explorer is a bold traveler. They set out without a clear path and are always open to novelty and adventures. The Explorer has a deep love for discovering new places and new things about themselves. The downside of the Explorer archetype is that they are always searching for perfection and they're never satisfied. Does that ring a bell with anyone in your life? Right? And his issue is greed. Greed is an excessive pursuit of material goods Charity cures greed by putting the desire to help others above yourself, right? That's the emperor. And that is one of his archetypes, is the explorer. And his sin that he has problem with is greed. Now for the magician, lucky enough, the magician came up. The magician archetype. The magician is like a great revolutionary. They regenerate and renew, not just for themselves, but for others as well. They're constantly growing and transforming. The negative side of the magician archetype is that their mood can be contagious. They sometimes turn positive events into negative ones. So that's the archetype for the magician right there. And his problem is lust. 2 Timothy 2:2. Flee also young lust, but pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace. Chastity or self-control cures lust by controlling passion and leveraging that energy for the good of others. That is his issue. Okay? And we all have issues. All right? So sometimes we have to be weary of the people we let next to us, because some people are ungrateful. They have little gratitude. They make little or no efforts to express appreciation for others' efforts on their behalf. Another thing, immediate gratification. We know those, right? Either at work or at the bank or wherever you buy your clothes. You know the people. They want everything now. Immediate gratification. They demand all of their wants to be accommodated. You know, a lot of people out there are confused, you know, because we have this emperor here who is respected, who is a leader, who is stable. You know, the magician isn't a slouch either. He takes action in creating and manifesting a life that he wants. But of course, they have challenges, right? But we have to deal with certain people, right? Those confused people, needs and wants, all right? They confuse needs and wants. They confuse their wants with needs, believing what they wish for a desire is necessary. Another thing that these people out there in your workplace or the people that you allow in your life lack skills. They lack workplace and people skills, and as a result struggle with the workplace or with you. Relationship, that's the most important thing that you need to worry about, is when you let someone into your life. They don't cooperate and are poor at teamwork. Some people are thinking they're the center of the universe. They act as if they are the center of the universe, literally, okay? Irresponsible. They don't follow through on assignments and commitments. They blame others for their shortcomings. You know, we can go on about the people that are around you, because what you want is you want to be in a life where it's joy to be in your life, where you have harmony between you and your loved one and the people around you. Yes, there's a lot of people that are negative, but you also have to put up boundaries for people, because people are going to treat you how you treat you, okay? Because what you don't want to do is end at the end of this read like this, okay? You don't want to end up like this over here, all right? That's that card, because this looks good. All this looks good. And then here at the end, okay? You have to stand up for you, okay? Maybe you have problems, or you know someone who has poor self-control, right? They're impulsive. You see them, you know them, all right? Maybe you have a friend or a sibling. They don't plan ahead and are routinely procrastinating. They put off the things they should do for the things they like to do. They are easily distracted. You know, again, that's why it's so important for you to make sure you really vet the people that are going to be around in your life, whether it's at work, okay, or whatever relationship you're going to have. A lot of people have poor boundaries. They lack boundaries. They invade others' personal and workplace spaces. Some people out there feel helpless. Over-nurtured children become helpless adults. They grow up lacking the skills they need to function as adults. Helpless, stuck, and in some situations, feeling hopeless. I hope that is not you. Okay, because under the Emperor, which is the first card we have the Chariot. And this Chariot is moving forward, okay, with a purpose. Okay, so these two men or women, it's just energy, are serious about their life. Good for them. They're going after it. But also, the next card is a Magician. Remember, he had some, issues, and that kind of makes him feel sad, secluded, because, lust is difficult. It's something that carries some sort of shame because you do it at night away from everyone when no one is looking. And you're in that dark area doing your business. Okay. Okay. And then under the Celebration card there, which is the third card, is the King of Pentacles. So, a lot of money, business. So you guys are doing well. You guys are going to do very well. But again, you have to come together, all right, as a team to make sure that the people you bring around aren't disrespectful to you or your product, okay? All right? Because at the very end of this, you have the Nine of Swords, okay? That card doesn't do it any justice, so I'm going to use this card here, okay? It's like that. So at both ends, they look like this or like this, all right? So it's up to you how you want to deal with your life, all right? Because it's moving forward. There's progress in both of you coming together, all right? You have to accept your losses, whatever they are, your sorrows, moving on, finding peace, all right? Regardless of the personal setbacks, you will be, obviously, you will have a business, a leadership, and wealth, all right? You guys have to remember, it's about the people you allow in your life that shouldn't be in your life, like people that are disrespectful. They disrespect other people and their property by borrowing things, not taking good care of them, and losing them, right? You don't need that in your relationships, whether with friends or your parents' relationship or strangers or your girlfriends or boyfriends. You should matter first. Do you know someone that does not know how much is enough? They always want more of everything, even though they have plenty and do not need any more. Jeez, right? Anyways, this is Mario with Black Sheep Tarot. And if you like the way I read, consider giving us a subscribe and a like so other black sheep can find a home away from home. And I will see you in a later video.